Hello and welcome to your weekly card pull. My name is Alexa, I go by Alexa the Alchemy, and today I'm going to be doing a reading for the week of February 13th, 2023. This specific reading is for all of my Virgos, so if you have a Virgo sun, moon, rising, or north node, this one is for you. I don't know why I did that. I am going to be using a few different decks today. I have 3 decks. I have 2 Oracle and 1 Tarot deck for you guys. I do feel called to start out with an Oracle pull and then to move into the Tarot potentially towards the end. So the question that I like to ask for my readings, or at least open with asking, is what guidance would be helpful for you guys this upcoming week? My dear Virgos, tapping into Virgo energy, what would be helpful, useful, encouraging, uplifting? What is something that will benefit you moving into this week to keep in mind or have in the back of your mind? Same thing. Same but different. Alexa, way to say the same thing in 2 different ways. Oh my god. Okay, cards be flying. Okay, so what do we have here? So I pulled for you guys, ooh, it looks like narrative work maybe will be fun for you. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so first 2 cards that stand out to me, I pulled the card of turquoise and I pulled the card of petrified wood. Now, the reason why I'm grouping these is because I do feel like these combined have a little bit to do with some ancestral patterns, perhaps. There's a lot to do with time with both of these. So turquoise is the stone that really encourages you to look at your storytelling. It also encourages you to adopt the perspective that your perspective can change. And anytime this card comes up, it's kind of encouraging or acknowledging a level of reframing. So you may be doing some kind of like narrative work or narrative therapy. If that's the case, please keep going, my dear. It's probably really beneficial for you. But I do feel like there's some level of being willing to perceive things in a slightly different way, acknowledging what story you're telling yourself, what story you're telling the world around you. Like, what is your narrative about this thing? Okay, Virgos, I'm so sorry. My camera card got full, so I had to go and delete some stuff. So tapping back into your reading. Okay, the card of turquoise and the card of petrified wood. So as noted, turquoise, this card is all about your storytelling, reframing, perspective, what perspective you are taking on life. And the card of petrified wood is really, this card is talking a lot about time, patience, timeless, trust in universal timing, trust in the timing of things going with the flow. So I do feel that both of these are asking you to pay attention to your relationship to life itself. I don't know why this is making sense so much in my head, and I feel like it's hard for me to express why, but there is some quality of time and some quality of things happening in the universe around you that you're being asked to relate to in a healthy way this week. It could be a different way, but I think overall, again, knowing that my initial question was what are perspectives or things that you guys can keep in mind, I think your perspective itself is something that will benefit you. And also a level of patience with the unfolding of things and the unfolding of your life and your life's processes. Now, I did also pull for you guys. So I pulled the card of Lemurian Quartz, and this card is really big Sagittarian energy. This card is all about big picture thinking, vision, being able to unlock or open up new potential for yourself by being willing to see other options. So combined with petrified wood, I feel like for some of you Virgos, having a level of patience with your life and with the way that it's unfolding, I think this will actually open up opportunities for you that maybe you didn't have. So a way to create new opportunities for yourself is not to wait, but it is to be patient and to trust the universal timing of things. If you are trying to force things or trying to force things to happen under a certain timeline or within a certain time frame, or giving yourself longer than you need to do things, I do feel that it will really benefit you to maybe put a little bit more trust in universal timing, for lack of a better word. I also pulled for you guys the card of Celestite. This card is acknowledging an importance of connection to the divine, connection to the angelic realm. This could be through a few different means. If you are a type of person who is open to communicating with past loved ones, or maybe channeling or something in that way, that could be useful for you in this time. Having pulled turquoise, I do get a level of like a family narrative or family story. So maybe if there are people, whether or not you want to communicate directly or just connect with their spirits or connect with their, I feel like this is getting very esoteric, but connecting with the legacy of people that maybe have come before you or that have impacted your stories, or just connecting with like what narratives you may have adopted from other people, and being willing to understand that there's like a greater consciousness there that could be influencing how you see things, and how you see things may be different from other people. I don't know, I feel like there's something that could be really powerful for you in connecting to this energetic realm. For some of you, if you do not resonate with that, maybe doing things along the lines of like meditation, microdosing, going out into nature, spending time with loved ones, like the things that are going to connect you to the universe at large, the things that are connect you to traditional quote-unquote spirituality, like those are the things that I feel you may want to put a little bit of TLC into this week, my dear Virgos. I will acknowledge that I pulled also the card of Black Tourmaline in reverse, and Black Tourmaline is a big encouragement for you to pay attention to your boundaries, have healthy boundaries, make sure that your make sure that your boundaries are not impenetrable walls, but also make sure that they are not so porous that everything gets let in and you're losing sight of yourself. So in the reverse, this may imply something that maybe you have a little bit of shadow with, or something that has been or is a little bit challenging for you. If that's the case, that's totally fine. But yeah, Black Tourmaline, my dears, I do feel that there is definitely some element of dispelling unwanted energies or unwanted stories. Maybe I feel like some of you maybe just have some narratives floating around in your head that aren't really yours, and you need to get clear on what it is that you want to carry, what it is that is yours to carry, and what it is that you need to release. At the risk of being too esoteric, I don't know if any of you have worked with energy workers or light workers or anything like that, but if you are open to connecting to the divine in that way, maybe some of you are feeling like a little bit of a nuisance in that regard, maybe some energy that's not yours. I don't know if you've tried saging your house or Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a little bit gentler than sage, so I do recommend that sometimes if you want to take a more gentle approach. But I feel like for some of you, maybe just making a conscious effort to energetically clear things out of your space, cleanse out your space. Light a candle, light some incense, try to get recentered into your own, your own energy. I'm gonna ask my Sacred Creators Oracle deck, I'm gonna ask if there's any more guidance on this specific, maybe like what specifically you guys want to be clearing out, or what. I want to ask about like what type of narratives. I feel like some of you maybe don't know. You're like, yeah, sure, that sounds great, but like what are the narratives? And okay, we have like 80 cards. I don't think it's necessary to do all of them. All right, let me just take a second to nourish the sacred feminine. Okay, integrate your knowing. Okay, so some feminine for sure. Befriend the word polarize. Interesting. I'm getting people pleasing. Accept and receive. Okay, equal give and take. Oh my gosh. So sorry, this is crazy. Okay, so soul on fire. I'm gonna put that with befriend the word polarize. You are light in reverse. Prosperity, sisters are happiness and joy. Okay. So I feel like okay, yeah, I see where this is going. So I got 3 major themes here. First major theme was intuition. For some of you, I feel like maybe connection to witchy things. I don't know if like the word witch scares some of you, but and you don't have to like adopt that word. I'm not going to force that on anyone, but I do feel like there may be some shadow in your perception of spirituality that maybe you want to take a look at or work through this week, and maybe you don't want to take a look at it, and that's totally fine, but you're probably going to have some opportunities to do that. For some of you, I do feel like a lot of this is going to come in the way of being willing to polarize, being willing to get in touch with your honest truth, being willing to get in touch with what is yours and uniquely yours, and to know that like the edge of evolution feels messy. So right when you're on the cusp of changing, some people may not like it, they may disagree. I do feel that that's where Black Tourmaline comes in, is being willing to have boundaries and to know where others end and where you begin, and vice versa. Because I do feel like some of you have like this really strong light I pulled You Are Light in reverse. I feel like a lot of you have this really strong charisma, maybe this power, maybe this divine, moving back to feminine, maybe this divine feminine energy that maybe you've been stifling or not sharing. For some of you, this could be in your direct relationships or your intimate relationships. For some of you, this could be in the way that you relate to the world or the collective. I did pull the card of Accept and Receive, which implies a level of being willing to, give and take. The nature of life is yin and yang, give and take, open and close, masculine, feminine. So I feel like for some of you, it might be a little bit blocked, maybe living too far into your masculine or too far into your feminine. So finding a healthy balance and knowing that in doing that process, you're probably going to hit certain limits, like you're going to hit like the upper limit of feminine, the upper limit of masculine, and balance does not exist without imbalance. So my Virgos, I know that you have this energy of refinement and perfectionism and you want things to be perfect, and maybe you want this like perfect balance in your life. And if that's the case, that's okay. But I think it will really benefit you this upcoming week to be gentle with yourself and to acknowledge that sometimes you're going to move a little bit this way, sometimes you're going to move a little bit that way, and the overall life trajectory that you're going to take if you kind of oscillate back and forth is one of balance in the long run. Doesn't mean you gotta go haywire crazy on either one side, but I feel like you have to be willing to make some people uncomfortable sometimes. You have to be willing to be feminine. You have to be willing to be masculine. You have to be willing to be yourself, whatever that means, and to bring your honest truth forward, whatever that is, whatever the things are that light you up, the things that get you excited, the things that spark something in your heart that maybe make other people uncomfortable or feel scared or afraid. Like, I think you have some good opportunities to step into that this week. And I did also pull Success and Transformation in reverse. So for some of you, this might be a really transformative process to just allow yourself to step into these feelings that maybe some people are challenged with. I'm feeling called to just pull a lot of cards right now. So I'm sorry if this is a lot of energy or a lot of information, but it seems like these are important. So raw intention, setting your intention for the things that you want. Follow through for some of you. I feel like follow through is going to be helpful. Fill your cup with giggles. Okay, so do some fun stuff. Okay, big card, overthinking can spoil the magic. So for some of you, I feel like a lot of what you're getting moving into right now, again with those feminine cards, is like tapping out of your mind a little bit, tapping out of the energy of like thinking. I feel like some of you have been overthinking what you want to invest your time into, how you want to show up. You've just been thinking a lot, and my Virgos, you're trying to think your way into perfection. I feel like for some of you, this might be a core wound, honestly. You're trying to think your way into like making a perfect situation or appearing perfect or being likable or like making it so that other people like want you around or want, I don't know. I feel like you're trying to control potentially some level of your relationships with others. No, maybe that's getting off track. Maybe for some of you that's the case. For some of you, it might not be the case. With Marine cards, yeah, I feel like, I really do feel like it comes down to what you're telling yourself, the narratives. This is a lot of mind energy. There's a lot of air energy right now coming through. With the Lemurian quartz, again, you're being encouraged to look at the big picture for this week. So I know this is a lot of information. If it feels overwhelming, just focus on the big picture of it all. And the big picture is your perspective, your narrative is really what's important. It's not about what other people think. It's not about what other people perceive you as. It's not about their opinions of you right now. This is about your opinion of you and your willingness to be true to yourself, and to trust that when you do that, things will unfold at the right time, in the right place. You can trust with the petrified wood, you can trust universal timing. So primary message for you this upcoming week, be willing to tap into your intuition, be willing to have healthy boundaries. If you do not have healthy boundaries, I do have a feeling that it will not benefit your relationships in a way that you want to see. So thank you guys so much, my dear Virgos, for tuning in. I really appreciate having you here. I will see you guys next week. I do these videos every single week, so if you have not already, please make sure that you tap the subscribe button. And finally, if you found this helpful, make sure that you give me a little thumbs up so that I know it resonated. You can leave a comment, shoot me a message. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at alexab.alchemy. And as noted, I will be here next week. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate and love you, my dear Virgos, for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.